Hello, and welcome to the You Ain't Shit Network. This is Symphony Entertainment, gaming, arts, and all the things in between. I am Graham Gentz. I use he and they pronouns. I'm going to be providing an hour of no prep horror with these incredible people with me. I have a pre-written document that I need to read to everybody, and I'm going to read each and every word because I respect authority, and I absolutely do everything Bridgett asks. So here it is, intro. Hello, my nasty little chickadees, and welcome to the symphony. That's weird that that's in there, but I mean, I'll read it. Symphony Entertainment, Gaming, and Arts is a gaming company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency to begin. Okay, this is italic. I gotta make this sure this is good. A symphonic, that was good, right? Approach to thirsty horror role-playing that's probably going to be Call of Cthulhu. I am your host, Name, and this afternoon, we are going back with Symphony Sonatas, 60 minutes of improvised horror. This improvised horror brought to you by Love for the Love Gods. Love for the Love Gods, it's Cabin in the Woods, but for Hallmark movies. It's coming to Backer Kit on February 14th, i.e. Love Gods Day. So check that out. And anything you want to say additionally about the content. That's great. I'm glad I have that too. We only have one announcement beyond the ones that I already said. Symphony Entertainment has a Patreon. I know I'm excited. You should be. If you like this content, and why wouldn't you, we would like you to help us create more. Please give back to Symphony on Patreon. You can check out at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment and decide which level of nasty chickadee you get to be for only $1 a month. Due to the improvised nature of this content, we cannot forward face content warnings. But red lines have been discussed with the cast and crew. They may or may not involve oatmeal going down throats. The X card is in play, and X cards can be sent via private message. No judgment passed, no questions asked. But also, the O card will be in play. When somebody likes something that happens, you can drop O's in the chat as well. O's, O's, O's. It's like F's in chat, but more fun. We will be using green, yellow, red traffic lights in the method to call by any cast member at any time. A full table check-in is appropriate. And so, we're going to go around. We're going to go around the bend, and we're going to have everybody as laboriously and lengthy as possible introduce themselves and all the wonderful things they do. Please, Candace, could you magnificently introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello. That's me. I'm Candace the Magnificent. My pronouns are they, she. You can find me on Blue Sky and sort of Twitter sometimes at the Candace Marie and everywhere else at Candace the Magnificent. I keep saying I'm going to stream and I keep meaning it. So maybe that'll happen soon. Who knows? I'm on Twitch too as Candace the Magnificent. You can hear more of me. I do this all the time, TTRPG stuff. You can see more of me doing one of Graham's other games, both in a one-shot that is on the Help Action Needed YouTube channel of Wayward Autumnal, and then Wayward Autumnal is my series. Sorry. Under the Autumn Strangely is the game that all of us are playing, the people that you see on the screen right now, except for Graham. But you can see me in Wayward Autumnal, which is a version of that game. Anywhere that you catch your pods for Blackwater D&D, or if you want the visual version, you can look up No Man's stuff. If you would like to hear more of me in other TTRPGs, I can be heard on Three Black Halflings, new AP, City of the Black Rose, Herald of Shadows, which is available anywhere you catch your pods. Same with Bloom and Blight, which is a Girl by Moonlight podcast. Damn it. I just realized there's stuff I can't say, so I'm going to keep on moving.
Oh, no!
You can hear Bloom and Blight anywhere you catch your pods. Also, if you are a tortured creative and you are depressed about the fact that capitalism exists and you have to share your art and make sacrifices sometimes to get the word out about your things, go ahead and get bummed out with me on the show Frequencies, a Kids on Bikes audio drama that is improvised horror. And it is gonna probably make you cringe your eyeballs out, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun. You're stressed on your own terms, and that's what matters. I am also co-hosting the Table Talk show on Chaotic Wholesome every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Kay and David actually run that channel, and they're all about intersectionality. They're wonderful people, but David currently is in the hospital, so I will be stepping in for him until he is ready to come back. You can also, I'm taking up so much time. I was told to take this time. I'm sorry. If you like cosmic horror and the movie Fargo, hear me as in an audio drama called Partial Veil. We just got the official selection for Cusco Fest. So that's very exciting. It's really creepy. I play a really uptight, closeted FBI agent. You can also see more of me in the upcoming cartoon, Alice in Blankland. That is coming hopefully in 2025. It is by Orion Meetoons and his partner Kat, and it looks fantastic. Awesome VOs there. I would like to include myself in them. And then I feel like I'm missing stuff, but last but not least, Monaco 2 is a sequel to the game Monaco that was really popular a few years ago and kind of still is. I love that game. I don't know if you love that game, but if you do, there's a sequel coming out called Monaco 2, and I'm in that as Una the Brute. So please, if you are interested, keep your eyes peeled on Steam. It will be out in Q1 or Q2 of this year. Thank you. Sorry.
Incredible. No apologies here. We're here on the No Apologies Symphony Entertainment Hour, where you too can be a little nasty chickadee. So, B Zelda, are you next? Oh my gosh, please take up a lot of space.
So, all right. Well, I had to really think about like, what do I do? What do I really do? So hi, my name's B Zelda. My pronouns are they, them. I do podcast, I do stream, I've done some sensitivity consultation, I've hosted tabletop events, I've done a lot of things within the space, but like what I can promote right now, I think, is a podcast that we just put out the first episode. It's on the Fayforge network. The show is called Hereafter. There's like 5 things that I can't talk about that are in the works. Honestly, if you look my name up, I've done a lot of things. If you look up my name and you want to find a template for your lines and veils, there's one on Roll20 that you can download. I think like the biggest thing I want to promote is I work on a indie video game I work on 2 of them right now. Part of indie video game studio called Kitten Cup Studio, and we're making a game called Pico, where you're making and like serving tea for cats. You need to be their friend by making, the kind of tea that they like. You have to talk to them, learn about them. That's an early access right now. And we just announced a game called Cappy Castaway, where a little capybara gets cast away from the zoo and they team up with a little baby crow and they have to work together to find their way home. If either of those appeals to you, please look them up, wishlist them on Steam. Again, if you look up my name and maybe Steam, you'll probably find that information. But most of all, I'm really excited to play this because I think y'all are amazing and this is gonna be fabulous.
Incredible. So, chat, go scour the internet, find Candace's projects, post them in the chat. Find B's incredible sounding games, Baby Crows, Capybaras, Cast Away, Forgotten from Their Lives. Put it in chat. Put it in chat. And of course, last, and certainly not least, we have one more person who is going to talk for a minimum of 20 minutes, whenever you're ready.
20 minutes?
No.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Hi. Hello, you beautiful people out there. My name is Queon. I go by Brother Queon across all of the internets. I use he, they pronouns. And if you want to find me, it's BRUTHAQUEON. I have a lot of things that I cannot talk about because NDAs and such with and all that stuff. But if you enjoy Survivor and like a little mind play, catch me over on Game Master Mondays. On Wednesdays, playing Castaway. I am playing Oliver. He is kind of masterminding some things. He's the person like pulling some strings, but nobody knows that because he likes to have his conversations behind trees. It's fine. It's great. If you enjoy a little bit of Humblewood, some cutesy lovey-dovey stuff, you can catch me over at Sword and Key playing the little lovable Tilia. He's just a little guy. I'm playing Soren. He is a Circle of the Sand druid, and he just wants to get back to his sister, but also fuck up some bandits. So it's great. Another thing that I have coming, which I'm super excited about, we have a podcast dropping with Queer XP, and it's going to be Burning Hearts Forever, where we're basically playing magical teens who are in a fucked up situation with the government. It's great. We basically get to use all of our magic to fuck shit up. And it is phenomenal. I'm playing Leon. He goes by Chimera, and he has like a couple little friends. A lot of them are terrifying to look at, so they kind of fit into this. What else do I have? Oh, hopefully you enjoy what I do here. And you'll get to see me GM over on Batty Bards for the release of World Replica, which is happening next week. And I have done all of the sound editing. We've done a lot of great work on the backside. And if you enjoy SAO.hack, anything being stuck in a video game, hopefully this is a thing for you. Last but not least, I also like fashion. I like a whole lot of like t-shirts. I like things. So I am also launching my clothing brand. And it's not just a clothing brand, it's a full apparel situation. The Plot Armory, we will be launching next month, and I am super excited. Because everybody, yes, you out there in the internet's world and everybody else, you all deserve to look and feel like the main character in your story, and every main character has just a little bit of plot armor, so look great and feel great too. Other than that, catch me at WonderCon, and that's me. That wasn't 20 minutes. I'm so sorry.
Incredible. Oh no, it was about 25, I think. Everyone did fabulously, took up as much space as humanly possible. Plot Armory, incredible. That is fantastic. So I have 3 brand new people to the Symphony Entertainment. So chat, you can treat them like guests in your home, because we are going to introduce them to the Sonata. A very, very exciting thing. An hour of improv horror. So one of my favorite parts is getting all of these things, making sure the hierarchy of collaboration is as thin as possible. So, what kind of setting would you like, chat? Drop some stuff in us. Time period, adjectives, area, plot premises. For everyone here, Candace, Queon, and Zelda, we can look about them. In fact, I'll just start spewing them out. And if any of them start sparking joy, then we're going to figure it out. So, let's see. Incredible, hilarious, oh yes, congratulations, Batty Bards, XOXO. Desert Highway Town, always a classic. Got Isolation. We have 1920s Boardwalk Amusement Park. Bish, Desert Oasis. Okay, very similar. I did in some of these other projects, right? Like I was hearing some isolation, some themes, some shipwrecked kind of stuff. All that's pretty good. I'm really feeling something called Arctic. What do you think, my good friends? Which of these, or if there's something that it's related to, right? You don't have to pick one of these. If like, oh, this makes me think of this other idea. Please, we are not beholden to anything. What is hitting you at this moment?
That 20s boardwalk situation is rad, and
Oh, yeah?
the cold is pretty rad. I've been watching The Terror.
Sure.
And then I watched The Last Voyage of the Demeter the other day, so I've had like weird nautical icicles in my brain.
Nautical Icicles. That might be a winner. Nautical Icicles. A great name.
I like the sound of that one too.
What do you think, B?
Into a lot of the isolation vibes, like the desert highway town, I guess, like desert oasis, just a space where we exist, but there's not that much around us.
Desolation. That is
Does
good.
Nautical Icicles scratch that itch?
Absolutely.
Queon, do you have what are your feelings? What are your impulses?
So it's something about an off-kilter suburban neighborhood that really does sing to me too, whereas everything is just slightly off. I really like that. And that just sounds like Alaska to me, so who knows?
Oh my God.
Have you been to Alaska?
No, but I've heard terrible things.
It's weird as shit. Sorry if anybody from Alaska is in the Twitch. I went exactly once with my partner, And oh man, I mean, I grew up in New Mexico, and Alaska is a weird place. All right, New Mexico is like the moon. Alaska felt like I was at the end of the world. Like everybody was an NPC. Truly, truly incredible. So I do love this nautical icicle thing because also, I can close my eyes and see it on a poster. Like, absolutely. What a great title for something. So what I'm going to ask is that everyone comes up with a character, name, age, pronouns, and some physical descriptions, and then maybe even some internal descriptions. Whatever you have nearby, if you want to write them down, digitally type them up. If you have a computer, I'm not sure how you're coming through on the Twitch right now. That might be possible. And from that, we're gonna sit. Oh my gosh, we're gonna push play and go. We're gonna go around, share the characters, be inspired by them, and what's gonna happen. Normally, on the Sonata, the way that, conflict resolution, the kind of rolling for confirmation stuff occurs, is it's totally in the power of the players. Which makes sense because, we are a free and breezy horror stream and supportive network. I'm going to do something a little different. I haven't told Bridgett, I haven't told anybody, I haven't told the table what we're doing. In fact, I'm not going to introduce it until mid-game. So, when you are ready, when you feel like you have your character all fleshed out, please feel empowered to step forward and talk about your character and allow chat to get hype. I need to tell you to do that, chat. We're going to encourage them. Lots of O's. Remember, O card for when you love a thing. That includes chat. Chat can totally use the O card. I see a lot of good, concentrated faces. Oh yeah.
Am I just going with like a character name and description, or do I have to know like what this person does?
That's up to you. It is not a requirement.
Okay.
Whatever you feel is physically descriptive or internally descriptive. It could be the iceberg thing where you've made a choice, or it could be like For the Queen, one of my favorite games, where there's no character creation, but by the second or third card, you're like, I absolutely know who this person is.
Yeah.
I feel like you have the ability to make those choices. If you want to say, I'm a lumberjack, I'm like, great, absolutely, you're a lumberjack. I don't need it. We just need to get the ball rolling.
I have just one question.
Yeah.
What are my boundaries?
The boundaries are
the lines and veils.
Yeah, I would say that's it. Unless you have
cool.
a specific question.
Nope.
Yeah, I would say the boundaries are the lines and veils. Yes, another hand.
What era are we in?
Yes.
Take.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I have a character.
I do believe all of you
also have a
played
character.
one of the games that I wrote, which is full of anachronism. So I'm kind of a fan. Anything, as Queon talked about, to put you off kilter, like that's non-specific, really helps to add that friction on the outside. That's how you build. That's how you build that kind of tension in game. Candace, were you saying something?
Yeah, my character's name is Lenore. I use they, she pronouns. They are of above average height, probably about like 5'8". They are very full figured, very curvy. They have dark brown skin, and they're in their late 30s.
Awesome. Thank you, Lenore. A they, she of mystery. Fantastic.
I have a character.
I would love to hear about your character.
My character is named Coda.
Kodo?
Kodo, yeah.
Great.
He is a solid 2 years old. His pronouns are he, him, and good boy. He is a golden retriever.
The moment you said Kodo, I was like, I see the writing on the wall here. Or on the bowl, as it will.
Right. His favorite activities are walking on the beach, playing with balls, fetching, and harassing his owner at 4 o'clock in the morning.
We all love playing with balls. Thank you, Kodo. Fantastic. What do you think, B. Zelda? Do you need a couple more moments? Should we riff? Oh, you good? All right.
Honestly, I spent a lot of time looking up, are Yukon potatoes made in the Yukon?
Maybe once upon a time.
Not really. I want to be from the Yukon.
You want to be a potato, got it.
I wish. That's me in real life.
Mm.
No boundaries.
Right. I'm gonna be a mountain climber, like
Great.
ski instructor, mountain climber.
Mhm,
I feel like they have to
mhm,
go hand in hand somehow. And my name is Talus, kind of like the rock
Talus.
in
Yeah.
Breath of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Wild.
Talus. What are Talus's pronouns?
Let's go he him.
He, him. All right. And so Talus is a mountain climber, a ski instructor. What else? I was getting distracted by the potato stuff.
Yeah. I think maybe a potato farmer. In his like that's
Wow.
his hobby.
Right.
Really
Everyone needs a
just-
hobby.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, I've told so many morons, rich morons, how to ski. I really just gotta go stick my hands in the cold tundra dirt.
It's so rich.
It's
full
so
of
rich.
nutrients.
Good for the skin.
Oh yeah. Good Yukon potatoes.
All right, so we have Lenore, she of mystery. We have Kodo, good boy, and Talus, instructor of all things. Okay, well, unless anybody has any other questions, we're gonna hit play. We're gonna hit that proverbial clock, and we're gonna do some stuff. I'm getting a nod. I'm getting a nod. I'm getting a nod. We ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Let's go.
The winter has been unnaturally long this year. Usually it lasts 6.5 months. We're pushing 7, 8. Spring has been completely absorbed. The small amount from your town that tourism and the good isolation being broken for a moment is quickly fading. As a result, most of the town has slowly been shuttered. Resources have slowly been accumulated, and whenever possible, people have been asked to go to the town hall, maybe for just socialization or just keeping track for people who might live on the edges. And so I want to know, Lenore, what made you, this is the first time you've decided to go to the town hall. You've stayed away for some time. The first month, the second month, we're pushing the third, in which electricity is being rationed, faucets are being turned off at low need times of the day. Lenore, by choice or by your hand being forced, why have you gone to the town hall?
Lenore goes to the town hall today because their husband has passed away.
Mm.
Lenore is a person that used to travel for work and would spend the warmer months in a different city with their spouse. And then the winter, and then like the winter months, they'd come back. Their husband would come back and tend to this area while they stayed in the sunshine. And now that they're gone, she has to kind of take on all of those duties. So they don't go to the first few because they don't even realize that that's a thing that needs to happen. Lenore is at best spoiled. She is not somebody who's really ever had to fend for herself, but has watched a lot of people do it on TV. So they go to this town hall in their finest. They want to make sure that people understand that they, are financially able to handle themselves in the wake of their partner not being there to give that sterner kind of forward presenting face. And she is in a very sleek suit, has fancy, premium fleece tights underneath, boots that could cut your ear off. and they have a very sharp, kind of kinky curly, like angled bob haircut as they go in. Their jacket looks like it probably cost $1,000 and is one of their cheaper ones. Not realizing that the common man lives here and they're really just a tourist in their own community.
Yeah.
How warmly are you dressed, Lenore? I mean, and
More-
also how lengthy is the walk from your, I imagine, quite opulent manor?
Yeah, the manor is like a little ways away, but that's
Sure.
because it is up, like set up and
Of
back.
course it is. It's on a
So,
hill. How
yeah.
else can you look down upon the common man?
Yeah, so she takes like a little snowmobile. She has like a parka and she has like fancy
Do you
gloves that are
drive
leather.
the
Yes.
snowmobile? Oh wow.
Yes, because she's been to so many resorts. Like, how else do
Yeah.
you get around?
No,
So yes, so she pulls up in her snowmobile. She has a nice store of, you know, food and water and everything that you would possibly need up at her place. So it's not really hurting her. It's just like, I'm still here, you know, and I've been here for some time and I'd like to go home. So how can we kind of get this ball rolling? Does anybody have something that can fix this problem? Oh, it's just nature? Sure it is. I'll come to the meeting. So that's where she's at.
How does Lenore coordinate with the snowmobile?
I think that it's like it's one of two matching snowmobiles.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
And this particular snowmobile does match her jacket and her muffler.
Excellent. What is the color scheme?
We've got a mint green,
Yes.
a gray, and then like a touch of like a bright blue.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Kodo, what is your favorite smell?
Kodo's favorite smell is his owner's shoes right after they get home from work. And the second that his owner Anika comes in, he's just like goes to her shoes. But I think this particular day, like he wakes up, goes to sniff a shoe, and does not smell that smell, and starts looking around the house to find her.
Your path leads you outside because somewhere at the tip of your nose, right at the edge of the sensation, you think, no, the wind changes. You for sure, you can smell it. Absolutely. And you perk your ears and you can hear some kind of raucous, ugly machine, but the smell is getting stronger. This is the point in which I say, what do you do? And now I'm going to introduce the resolution mechanic. Oh my gosh. Instead of the player themselves deciding what they want to do, the other two PCs are going to make an offer. B, you make an offer. Candace, you make an offer. And Kodo, you decide. What does Kodo do? There's something you have trouble remembering. The smell is good, it's bad. There's something at the back of your mind making it hard to choose. Candace B, what are your offers?
I think that curiosity gets the better of you and you have to find out what it is. And the closer you get, the more sure you are that it's something truly terrible.
Or
there are a lot of distractions around. Like rabbits, squirrels, just different smells that could entice you in a different way if the curiosity isn't strong enough.
which was it?
I think as Kodo hears this loud sound, curiosity does get the best of him, and he kind of like runs around in a circle for a second and then bolts out the door. And all you see on this snow white floor, like the ground, is this golden retriever in this like dog puffer vest, this little like navy blue puffer vest. And he is crawling, all fours, running as fast as he can to where this sound is coming from.
What color, sorry, is the puffer vest?
It is navy blue.
Oh, I love it.
If that's not the most important clarification to stream, I don't know what is. All right.
I thought I said that. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you did.
It's like striped navy blue and red and white.
Can I
Perfect.
ask for further detail? Is this a true russet golden or is it the light Labrador golden?
No, Yukons, not russets.
He from what his mother has told him, he is a mix of a mutt and majority is golden, but there's a little bit of lab in there.
From what your mother's told you. I like that you absorbed it and understand it.
So he's a fancy boy.
Yes, he is. He's a dapper young man. His mother is also like a contractor. I feel like he's heard his mother like yell about his deranged boss. I think her name was Lenore. I'm not sure.
Hey, yo.
Maybe.
Lenore, as you dismount from your matching snowmobile, a gust of wind catches you under the neck and you pull your jacket, your thin, beautiful, expensive coat close about you. And as you look, you see the doors appear to be locked. Queon, what did they do?
You know that front doors aren't the only way to access a building. City Hall has to have fire escape doors. Side doors, back doors. Lots more options to go around and check out.
Or was it?
You also know that doors should not be locked for you. For what reason would a door be locked when you, of all people, you are Lenore, is here? You can simply call somebody and make them open this for you. You have staff.
Which was it?
So Lenore takes a look at the fire escape and at the windows of this building and at how cold it is, bitingly cold, knowing that the last time she had to open a door by herself, the metal squeaked really badly. She doesn't want to go through that again, nor does she want to fuck up her manicure. So she instead looks at, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to establish time and place. She goes over to the payphone that is at the corner of this building and pops a few coins inside and rings the inside of the town hall. The number is listed in the little black book that she has pressed in the heart pocket, the little breast pocket of the blazer that's underneath this kind of more fancier jacket type situation on top. They kind of furrow their brow. If you have to wait longer than 2 rings, what's it all about?
Talus. You are in where in the past few months there's been very little business for you. And as a result, you've taken a part-time, semi-volunteer rescue operation. Adjacent and adjunct to the main town hall, there is a small barracks in which you have slowly gathered things to go out on the ice in case of emergencies. Lights, skis, shock blankets, everything you might need.
Lanterns, yeah.
There is a black telephone which has been bolted to the wall of this shack, if you could barely call it that. And you didn't know it worked because it's never once rang. Usually somebody just waltzes in and tells you what to do. What are you doing? What are you doing in your boredom at this moment?
Probably carving some wood into pointy bits. Just for a variety of purposes. They could be used as I think I say it's like pythons.
Yes.
Is that the word? Yeah, I learned about that in D&D.
We all did.
Right. For the you can like multi-purpose skewers. And
You are whittling. Of course you're whittling. Talus whittles. More and more. We get a more complete picture of who he is. And with a start, the dusty black telephone bolted to the wall. It's annoying as fuck.
oh, it's horrible.
What do you do?
Horrible. Jump a little bit. Talus is typically stoic,
Sure.
unbothered, you know.
Very stoic while whittling.
Yeah.
How's your jawline? I'm continuing to imagine what Talus looks like.
You have to look through the really ragged beard,
Great.
and a mustache that's forming. I'm getting like I don't know, like lumberjack, but like whatever the version of the winter is.
Right,
Winter Jack?
morph.
Yes.
Winter morph.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
What's
say
he
Winter
smell
Jack?
like?
Winter Jack.
What's he smell like? What you smell like?
What does he smell like? I gotta know.
Pine needles,
Mhm.
ice, and sweat.
Mm.
That's
That's a man.
yep.
That's a man right there.
Mhm.
Talus, he, him. Smells like a man.
Yeah. So gently puts down the whittling stick and the knife and calmly walks over to the phone. It takes a moment to examine it. Is it like plugged in?
Kieran.
That's such a fucked
or
up question.
Candace.
Never worked.
What does Talus see about the phone?
Because I'm calling, Talus sees a telephone that looks very inviting, like he maybe wants to answer it and talk to the person on the other line.
That's metagaming.
Because I like a small piece of terror. The reason why this phone has never rang is because it's not even attached to anything. It's something that Talus has just picked up while like chopping wood and just brought home one day. It's just laying around.
Love
Which
that.
which was it, Talus?
It's just trash that he found. And like it was like good looking trash. So, he cleaned it up, painted it black, and hung it on the wall as like a little decorative phone.
We could all be so lucky to be good-looking trash.
My goal in life. But still, the instinct to answer a ringing phone is very, very powerful. So after like the 5th ring, if it rings one more time, he'll answer it. Because if phones ring that long, it has to be important.
Lenore, it's been 5 rings.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh my God.
What
What are you doing over there? There's a blizzard.
Who am I speaking to?
Lenore.
Lenore.
Yes.
I
own the house up on the hill.
Oh, you are that Lenore.
Yes, my spouse is dead now for some reason, and he has left me absolutely no instruction on how I'm supposed to do anything. I can't get into the town hall for the meeting.
I'm sorry. Do you need help with your dead spouse?
No, he's been dead for months. What? No.
I heard the rumor, but I didn't know it was true.
They were terrible. It's fine. I need to get inside. It's very cold.
I'm sorry. Are you outside City Hall right now?
Isn't there a meeting? I put it in my Rolodex.
Let me go look at my clock on my wall. Turns around. Is it time for City Hall?
As you are educating this poor wayward soul, Lenore, you are protruded by a sudden jab in your thigh. Green light? Green light, everybody? Can I poke your thigh? You're poked! You're poked in your thigh.
I'm poked?
You're poked.
Oh my God.
By a snoot?
By a snoot.
What is that? Oh, a puppy?
The smell is so strong, it's coming from this wonderful, amazing person who you love. It's the smell. It's not your mother. Did you say mother?
I did. It's
It's not your mother. But she sure smells exactly like her. She's probably
So-
great.
Oh yeah, so Coda is like all like, of course, being a golden retriever, he's just like, oh, this is great. All over her feet, like running zigzags and circles, and just kind of like bounces up onto her and just like, you're not Anik, but you seem nice. And
Can I hear you?
this. Yes.
I look down and I go, that many? I didn't think I took that many. Just a little bit. Take the edge off. All right, well, who do you belong to? Talking dogs are probably not cheap.
Miss Lenore?
Absolutely. Yes, you hear all this coming out of the telephone. Fantastic.
There's a talking dog here. I know that sounds
My
listen,
name's Coda.
the cold is getting to me. Could you please open up the doors? I believe a dog is talking to me. I'm having clearly some kind of medical emergency.
I'll bring some blankets.
Thank you. I don't want to have to break the door down. That's not going to do anyone any favors, least of all me.
Hung up as soon as he said, I'll bring the blankets.
She's like, hello? The service in this town. She looks at you, Coda, and is like, all right, listen. I'm not used to things like this in my life. I'm getting older and I've had quite a time these past few months. You can really talk.
Can you hear me? I understand old people can't really hear well, but you can still hear me, right?
Do other people hear you or is it just me?
Depends on the day. They don't really listen to me much. I mean, a dog. But why do you smell like my mom?
Around the corner comes the Winter Jack himself, armed with many a shock blanket.
I think you see Lenore sitting on the ground, close to tears.
Miss Lenore?
She is suffering from considerable frostbite. As you look over her, her skin is starting to change color. She's chattering. As she talks to you, she looks past you.
There's a dog.
Hi.
Do you hear the dog? I can hear the dog. Can you hear the dog?
I'm just gonna wrap these around you. Not touching the dog topic. And just kind of like, do you know where you are?
I was doing something important. A meeting?
City Hall?
Yes.
And do you not have enough clothing where you're from?
Well, I only anticipated being out here for 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not how the cold works, but
I honestly don't know how long it's been. I was ringing on the phone for some time, and then you said you were coming, and I was talking
really
to
wear
this.
clothes. Like,
Can you hear this dog?
The wind begins to howl harshly. It catches all of your ears. It seems to whistle into the middle and pull out the warmth within. You feel yourself chilling to the core. What does it sound like to you? I want 3 different answers. The wind, for a moment, you think it sounds like something before you change your mind. What does it sound like to you, Talus?
high-pitched keening.
Keening.
Like an injured animal in the distance, an injured something in the distance.
The scream of an animal, something distant in distress. Coda, what does it sound like to you for the briefest moment before you begin to doubt your senses?
at first, it sounds like a group of hyenas cackling, and then as it starts to die out, it starts to sound like children's laughter.
Hmm. Occasionally, the TV would be on in your living room when you'd be with your mom, and you would be fascinated, if not horrified, by the real animals out there in the world, how savage, how hungry they were, and you like to imagine yourself as one of them sometimes. And yet, they seem to be here. These distant, cold, hungry animals were all around you. Or maybe it's a baby? A human child? What about you, Lenora? What did it sound like to you?
For Lenore, it sounds like the scream of a kettle on high. Something that she used to hear a lot in her mundane life before meeting the right kind of man.
Meeting the right kind of fucking A. I think that the two of you continue to doubt it, but Lenore, you're still convinced it's a kettle.
We can get warm, you know. We just have to walk toward that sound. Trust me, I know it's very hot. I used to slave over one of those.
We're not gonna go towards the sound. Can I get my arms around you? I think I just need to lift you up and off the ground.
Oh, yes. I mean, it would be your pleasure, of course.
Kodo is watching this happen. He has tucked his tail and like pulled his ears back, kind of just like a little afraid of the sound, and it just like as close as possible to Talus as they're moving.
And this dog, this is your dog.
This is not my dog, but he has informed me that I smell like his mother.
Yeah.
Where did the mother go?
I have no idea. I've never been told I smell like anyone except Coco Chanel.
You do smell like perfume.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's what you're meant to do, right?
Uh, B and Queon, what part of Lenore is starting to become more severely damaged by the cold? And then Candace, you choose which of these offers. Face, eye. Let me see. Let me look at our things here. Oh, we're good on those bits. Graphic gore is a green light.
I want something
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
feeling.
face. You
Yeah, I'm
don't
feeling.
I mean, I don't really interact with any kind of media that deals with frostbite, so like this is fun. In a way that it's not real for us.
Yeah.
Maybe like nose. I feel like
Great.
as far as our extremities go, you know?
Or was it? Queon.
I was also thinking nose,
Oh.
but seeing that that's already on the table, I like fingers. So I think that the fingers have started to go from being like having this warmth to them, and they've gone from blue and they're starting to turn black as the feeling is dying.
Which was it,
Lenore?
Lenore? It's hard to remember.
Lenora looks up at Talus in this kind of carry position that he has her in, and they're seeing this like ephemeral halo of the backlighting. The wind is so harsh and their eyes are so dry, and they're squinting up at you, trying really hard to stay focused, noticing how handsome you are for the first time. And they reach up to touch your beard, wondering if it'll be as
Ooh.
warm as it looks. And their pinky cracks
Oh,
and breaks and falls away. The perfectly manicured finger resting on top of their parka. She looks up at you and looks at the finger.
It is now in
See?
Coda's mouth.
it slides off.
Thank you for reading my fucking mind. I was like, man, I want the dog to do something inappropriate with the finger.
She starts to scream, but like there's no way for any sound to kind of come out. It's just this whistling is deafening. So it's like a silent scream of shock and surprise, and her tears like freeze at the edges of her lashes.
the breath pours out of Lenore's mouth like a freight train, and it seems to envelop everything in her silent scream.
Talus holds you, kind of watches the finger crumble and then slide down, and then its demise. Doesn't say anything, and we'll take a couple of steps up closer to the city hall doors, and finally, you know, I only have five out of 10 toes. It's not so bad.
Yeah, well, I suppose at least it went to a good place.
What did Talus
Yeah.
do there at the door? It's hard to remember. No, you don't get to decide. There's a barrier. Your brain feels cold, like your head has been wrapped in a towel that's slowly freezing. It's hard to concentrate on any individual task. Was it
To use the axe that's tucked into the belt loop you're wearing to break through and make an opening where one perhaps did not exist before?
or was it?
I think while you were at the door, the pain you have caused to someone else creeps up you, and your leg starts to freeze as well.
Which was it, Talus?
I'm not ready. I'm gonna take the axe.
More choice.
It's awkward because I'm holding a full human in my arms. I think, what do you call that, like fireman style? So it's like this like weird shuffling. And Talus has got like those, like it's a coat within a coat within a coat. It's got like carabiners. Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
Carabiners, a bunch of those. It's got,
Man, you've
like,
learned so much from D&D. It's crazy.
right.
Mm-hmm.
My vocabulary is so expanded. Hooks and buckles and like Swiss Army knives in like 3 different pockets, and one of those has an axe. I think it's just like a hatchet. So without putting you down, he kind of like shuffles you off to a side, and begins to awkwardly hack at the door around the door handle.
You make a hole. It takes some work. What pain begins to grow in Kodo? Poor innocent Kodo. B. Candace.
Kodo starts to feel the tip of his tongue begin to solidify, the saliva inside its mouth starting to kind of congeal into something thicker, foamier, as you try to re-wet and fail as the tongue is kind of hanging out of your mouth.
Or was it?
Ooh, the ice between your toes, the snow that has kind of crusted up between, you're like medium hair or long hair. So you always get those little hairs that kind of stick between your toes. Normally your mom would be trimming them, but you know, life's been busy and they really hold on to extra snow bits, and those snow bits, as you're kind of doing a little tippy tap to get some coldness off another foot. It's really penetrating the cold and the ice.
Which was it, Kodo?
Yeah.
You're such a good
So-
boy.
As Kodo is kind of walking through the snow, what Talus and Lenore would see is just small little footprints in the snow, speckled with blood.
Oh, puppy.
The dog shivers. Lenore, you begin to feel warm. Perhaps the blankets are working. You feel warm all over, if not a little tired, probably from all the walking from the snowmobile. And so, Talus, you managed to make a serviceable hole, and you see a great dark emptiness on the other side. There's no lights on inside.
Won't shout into the hole or anything, won't kind of comment on the emptiness, just stick a gloved hand through to try and feel around for a lock, a latch, a bolt, something to remove to open the doors.
It's an easy task to slip your gloved hand in and then move down, slipping, finding just a little bit further until you feel something grab your arm and pull you completely in and are stuck against the side. Candace, what was it that Candace did then, B. Queon?
Hmm.
Like, likely Lenore will fall. We're answering how it happens to Lenore, or
Yes.
okay.
Make one offer to Lenore, and Lenore will decide what Lenore actually did in the
Okay.
haziness of the cold memory.
You tumble out of Talus's arms as he's being wrenched forward through the hole in the door, but it was unlocked. And I imagine for some reason it's like a double door situation with City Hall. You need like room to open. I don't know. And so the door that he's not getting pulled through, it opens up ajar, just a crack, and warmth seeps out, but so does an unnerving smell of decay.
Or was it?
At the same time that Talus is being pulled in, Lenore is being yanked from Talus's arms and might be suspended in the air.
Which was it, Lenore?
Lenore feels freedom for the first time in her life. It feels like the most expensive drug that's costing absolutely nothing as she is airborne. Time is slow for her with how cold it is, her brain needing time to catch up. And by the time she realizes that she's going to fall, she's already in so many pieces.
Enter the barking of the dog, and Talus, stuck arm up to the shoulder in the broken hole, sees this woman separate, and the pieces float off in all directions. Which is how you play a sonata. There we are. We've reached an hour.
Dang it! I had one last thing I wanted to do. Shit.
We have 2 minutes. Well, you can roll it into your outro. Please, my good friends, where can people find you? Specifically, you have all these wonderful projects. Where are you most active on the internets? Where can they find you? What are your handles? All of that. Please go first.
Okay, quick epilogue. Because I just really want to do something. I think Talus loses an arm but pulls away and is able to this is where I don't know, Queon, I want the two of us to survive, but like before I do my complete outro, what did you want to add?
So as you are being pulled through and Lenore is being sliced into pieces, Kodo's golden fur starts to turn black, and like, you know how a dog begins to smile and like you see the little the ticks up. He's just like, that's for Anik, and that is for your husband.
Oh my god.
And he disappears into darkness.
Oh!
Yep.
All right, where can people find you? Where can people find you on the internet?
Hi, you can find me all over the internets at Brother Queon. I'm mostly on Blue Sky. I try to stay off the meta apps because things. But yeah, that is BRUTHAQUEON. And I had an amazing fucking time tonight.
B, where can people find you?
I've been B Zelda. You can find me on all socials as B Zelda. Again, I'm really only on like 1 or 2, but I do exist on all of them if you are so inclined. Yeah, this is amazing. I want to tell longer stories. This is so good. Thank you.
And Candace, where can people find you?
Hello, you can find me at the Candace Marie, Candace, on Blue Sky, not really Twitter, and at Candace Magnificent everywhere else.
Again, if you have enjoyed this content, please consider helping this symphony make more by backing us at Patreon. Patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. We hope you've enjoyed the symphony, and we look forward to seeing you again. Have a wonderful night, my nasty little chickadees.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm on